Hello and welcome to the Florida HIE's Direct Secure Messaging Email Service tutorial. This presentation is intended to provide you with basic instructions on the use of the Direct Secure Messaging mail service. You will begin at the Florida HIE homepage, www.florida-hie.net. If your organization registered you through the group registration process, this link will have been provided in the email notification you received. We will begin by clicking on the blue Login button in the top right-hand corner of the page. To log in, you will type your username and password that was created by you through the online registration process or provided to you through an email notification if you use the group registration process. From here, click Login. From the landing page, you can access the provider directory, your DSM email account, or your profile. We'll start by taking a look at the My Profile tab. The My Profile tab allows the user to change the password or security questions or change the contact email address for the DSM account. If you registered using group registration, you will want to change your password to the one of your choosing at this point, as well as establish your security questions. The security questions are important as they will be used to help you if your user ID or password are forgotten. Now let's look at the actual mailbox. If we click on the DSM email link, it takes us to the login page for DSM email. You will re-enter your username and password here and select Login. Logging into the DSM email leads us to the DSM inbox, where you can see all of your messages, who sent them, when, and the subject. We'll talk more in a minute about how you can customize DSM for easier navigation. First, let's take a look at the links across the top of the page. We'll start with composing a message. Notice the standard to, CC, BCC, and subject fields. Below that are several additional options, including signature, address, and send. There's space for typing out your message. Below that and on the bottom is a link that allows you to browse for documents that you wish to attach to the email. Let's check out the Addresses button within the body of the email. The Address button brings us to the Address Book Search, where we can search for any string of letters in an individual's name or DSM email address. When we search for the word test, it pulls all of the names and email addresses in the address book that contain the word test. You can then select the two CC or BCC buttons to decide which user to send your message to. It will put that name in those fields of your email. After you send a message and it is opened by the recipient, a read receipt is delivered directly to your DSM inbox. Now let's move on to the Addresses tab at the top of your screen. Clicking on the Addresses tab brings us to the Global Address List, which is a master list of all DSM users. Individual users can be added to your personal address book by using the fields shown at the bottom of the page. Your personal address book appears just above the global address book. These individuals can easily be selected when sending a message. Next, we will look at the Folders tab. The Folders tab allows you to establish subfolders for maintaining an email for future use. In this case, we've established a subfolder called Test. Please remember that DSM is not intended to be used as a repository, and that information received should be transferred for storage on your computer. The final tab is the Options tab. This section of DSM allows you to personalize the mail service to your taste. Some of these features include establishing your signature in the Personal Information section. Message highlighting allows you to mark emails coming in from a particular person or an organization another color so that it's easy to see in your mailbox. There are many other options that can be used to personalize the DSM mailbox. Take time to look through these options to learn what works best for you. This completes the DSM Mail Service tutorial. Please view our DSM Provider Directory tutorial for information on how to locate DSM users in your area. If you are not already registered to use this service, you can obtain information on how to do this from the Florida HIE website or by contacting us through the email or phone number provided on your screen now. Thank you. We hope you've enjoyed this tutorial.